Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, what do we have to do next? We've got 2 main quests in the Institute, and then a matter of export. And I still don't know what that has to do with. But we can go to... No, welcome back for Moose. But we'll go to the Institute and check out these. And that'll be our next... new area anyway. So let's take a little travel and see. Alright, so now there's an Ark of the Forge hanging around in Glintwood Hollow. But we'll go here. Wait, hang on. Didn't we got some new stuff to craft, huh? Yeah, we can make a flame two-hander. That's cool looking. And we can make a fracture great helm. Bonus cold resistance. Cute. So many people want to talk.
What do you make of the Eye hiding the extent of the Surgeborn threat from his colleagues?
From what I can tell, the Eye wants the same thing as everyone else. Peace in the Enclave. He just has a different way of achieving it.
Right. But lying to his own daughter is hardly justified.
He didn't lie. He merely withheld information.
There isn't really a difference.
Sure there is. Lying is deceitful and often involves betrayal. But at times, secrets are needed for protection.
Who are his secrets protecting? Him or her?
Well, her, of course.
Sev, I'd be careful of people who withhold information. You don't know what they're keeping from you.
Very true. Alright, Oreo wants to chat.
Bryn, you okay?
Yeah. Why?
No, really. Are you doing all right? You can tell me, you know. Being point isn't always easy.
Aurea, I'm fine. What's going on? Are you okay?
I had no idea that the point training was so hard on Kasmin. Sure, she seems stressed, but leaders should know what's going on with their team. I failed her.
You can't save anyone, Aurea. You can only be there for them while they fight to save themselves. And thankfully, Kasmin is one tough fighter.
She is. Still, you went above and beyond just being there for her.
She would do the same for anyone else here.
All the same, moving forward, I just want you to know you can talk to me. About anything. I'm here for you.
I know. Thank you.
All right. The Institute. Let's go. Ooh, isn't he pretty? Oh, well, is this our next arc? Yep. Frost magic. To treat you like a colander? To what, to drain you?
Welcome to the Institute.
Ark of the Winter
Every one of those
Tide.
constructs you've been beating on was conceived in these halls.
Use these holes to drain those
Standing
noodles.
among those weavers in the
Oh my
enclave's
goodness.
fire, fearlessly pushing the boundaries of enchanting.
Well, they broke everything too. Literally everything. So, they weren't that fantastic.
Whoever's feeding you all
This
these
passage
jokes
must be
needs
the
to
Enchanter's
stop.
way.
Lapisite, that's new. Whoops. Add some toppings to that pasta joke and it can get cheesy. Oh my goodness.
The Ramanos Canal, named of course for Arden's right-hand woman, Diane Ramanos.
Oh my god, we're blowing everything up. Oh, look at, he's got a boom. Yes, yes I do. Okay, there's something over there. Oh, there's a lot of stuff down there. There we go. Nameless host Gambison. Okay, that's a new chess piece. Oh, honey. You probably have to take the Twink and the Roddy together. Ah, here's the other loom gate. That was fast. Alright, second loom gate activated. So yeah, there's a lot of like little paths to kind of go across around here. This area is going to be quite convoluted. Oh, fuck. Lovely. I'm sorry. How very dare you interrupt my moment of serenity. There's a whole thing over there. God, there's so many of these things. This is a very complicated place to explore. Oop, wrong. Okay, there's some stuff over here. Oh my god. Okay, this is just here. Lovely. Getting burned out on the universes beyond stuff? I mean, yeah. Very same. Very same. Oh my god, really? It just knocked him up here? You fuckers. Lovely. Oh, there's so much here. Ooh, okay. Holy fuck. Boom. Place is like a maze. There's just so many different directions I could go. Lovely. Incident log. Alright, so I was over there. This is just a place I saw while I was over there. So, let me see. Expansion Cavern 36 and fragments related to the Norian Order. Expansion Cavern 36 is further north, so we're kind of heading that way anyway. Oh my goodness. Boreal silk. Okay.
Only as expansion?
First hive's up ahead.
Oh.
Do we have any useful notes on the hives from the previous axle?
Don't bother trying to deal with them. Too scary.
I'm beginning to get an inkling of why they resist.
Okay, the deaths is a whole separate thing. Okay, that one's gonna be dead. How do I... Yeah, okay, I can just destroy it. Takes a shit ton of damage, though.
I get the feeling the Eye would love to send you out among the surgical wardens.
What do you think, Eric?
I'd go in a heartbeat, but I've got dozens of scouts to coordinate. Wouldn't wish that job on anyone else.
Down to no heals. Okay. Oof. Alright, there's another fucking hive right here. Another fucking spawning nest. I want to get a few vitality tonics before we do that. Alright, now we're in Darkwater Cistern. So one thing that helped last time was I conjured this dude, and then if I just trap them, and do some of I'm sorry, Arc of the Winter Tide as well. Oh fuck. Okay, well we got that thing. Oh god. Get me out of here. Woof. Okay. Yeah, some more vitality tonics, please. Curious what this all is here. If I get rid of all the ice crystals on this, it's gonna happen. Oh, there's ice crystals up here. We had another thing earlier where we had to get rid of all the ice crystals on something. So I'm very curious if this will be similar. More crystals up top, huh? I feel like we already went through here. Huh. I'm guessing there's going to be a side quest that tells us to come here and do what we just did, but because it's in a side quest, it won't trigger yet. There's something over there. But I feel, yeah, this is definitely leaving... the cavern. With the surge hives. So this is the dissolution chamber. Got it. Expansion Cavern 36. So we might have to go, like... I think this is the Darkwater Cistern. It's probably at the very end of the cavern. No! Yeah, it's right there. Kinetic sword and shield, huh? While you deal with that, I'm gonna deal with this. Oh fuck. Why am I fucking stuck? There we go.
Think that'll give the scouts some breathing room.
Absolutely. Can't ultimate will be thrilled. I'll meet you at Cassidy's Hold so we can deliver the good news.
Okay. Lovely. Give me all your stuff. Alright. Question of loyalty. Okay, let's try going to Eastern Circuit of Musing, I guess. But also there's this.
The Darkwater Cistern. We could imagine there are many pools like this deeper into the underworks.
Fuck with me, I'll torch your ass. Okay. Nice, we're finally full on tonics. Name is Host Mask. Okay. Ah, fuck. Nice. Ah, another loom gate. Love that. Got it. Yeah, so this is the, oh, it's down below. It's probably in the depths, huh? Oh, well.
An Ark of the Wintertide. They use sheets of ice as armor. Just be aware they will reform it.
The Eastern Circuit of Musing. Oh, how delightfully pretentious.
Some kind of liquid flow control valves. Complicated. The seal on this paperwork looks exactly like the water wheel symbol Sev and the Eye both wear. Definitely the right place.
Okay.
This must be the condensing chamber.
Can I get up, please? Looks like I can try to break this off. Okay. Here, try to hit it on the back. Nice. No. Hey, I was past that. You bastard. Fuck. Okay. I guess we're on here now.
That frost strand will be useful.
Alright. Winter's Gauntlet. Strand. Mm-hmm. Huh. Oh, hi. Alright. Back in here we need a few more items.
A recipe for sealant. Waterproof joints for piping and such, it looks like.
Lovely. Don't mind me, just destroying everything. Over there? Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a doodad over here. There you are. Lovely. Ah, it's up there. Got it. Got it.
Tarzan mercantile markings on this crate. Sev's from Tarza.
Okay. So somewhere we encountered, I think by the dissolution chamber, there was a path down to a deeper part of the area. Why don't we go see if we can find that? And then we'll go turn in all this stuff. Oh. Lovely. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I think it was this way. Maybe down this way somewhere. I definitely remember a chamber where I was like, oh, we're getting to another portion of the map I haven't even seen yet. It's not down there. I don't think it was this far. Yeah, it was definitely down by the dissolution chamber. I remember finding this. There's some stuff down there. Bunch of stuff I never grabbed. Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah, now we're just here again. I mean, we do have everything we need for the current quests, so we could just go home. And then I'm sure they'll send us down there eventually. I'd kind of like to find it, and that way if there's a loom gate down there, I can open it up. Maybe it was here. Yeah, this is right.
This area is referred to only as the depths. Looks like it was hit
I'm sorry, a bunch of drake scales?
hard by the surge.
No, a bunch of random stuff. Elder husks. Yeah. It's a whole other map. Interestingly, there's only sort of like one path here. So it might be a place that, you know, we can't deviate too much. Yeah, it really is just that. Unless the idea is that we're going to eventually get the power to go down there. Maybe that's something we're going to get as an upgrade the ability to like go down through the miasma. I don't know. Interesting. Just bathed the kitty? Wow, congrats. That is a feat. Okay, let's go home. Oh. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. Kinetic sword and shield. Seems cool. Frostbow. Oh, that's interesting. Max stamina increase. Max stamina increase. Nice. Winter's Gauntlet. She needed it before the kitty thon you're gonna have, plus you just start another round of being in heat. Oh my goodness. I think there's a lot in an icy suit. Whoa, that's cool. That's very cool.
So, Norians.
I've been digging. The Tarzan trading company that shipped the crates you found was the lead I needed. The Norians were experts in water storage and conveyance, and active before the surge, but disappeared shortly thereafter. Or rather, they wanted to disappear and subsumed their identities into a series of careful fronts, cover names, and the like. Thankfully, the trade record you found led to a whole web of associations, many of whom have had dealings with my family.
How did you get logs of your own family's accounts, anyway?
I stole them.
Yeah.
Really?
Love that.
Oh yes, detailed transactions from private ledgers. No one quite sure if you made copies or where they're hidden if you did. Better than bodyguards when it comes to ensuring one's safety. I did not leave my family under the best auspicious.
Do you have any idea why they decided to hide?
Purely conjecture, but let's look at the evidence. We know from Sev's ring that the Norians are still around today.
It could be a trinket, or hand-me-down. But you're right that his behavior with the eye suggests they're associated.
Exactly. Now consider the Order's secretive nature. Combined, I would speculate that the Norians used the surge as leverage to become a power behind the thrones. Take a nation that used magic to keep the water flowing, face it with disaster and drought. What kind of deals might a group of desperate rulers be willing to make, do you think?
But monarchs wouldn't want anything that undercuts their authority or power to slip out to the populace.
As I said, pure conjecture, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck...
How is the Norian Order related to Tarza?
As I'm sure you know, Tarza is an amalgam of numerous desert kingdoms. Before the surge, Tarza had grown reliant on the same weather control enchantments that were used in Judea. After the surge, both nations suffered greatly. Tarza in particular was struck with savage droughts.
Meaning folks, like the Norians, who specialize in water, had essential skills and knowledge.
I expect they were critical in keeping Tarza's many cities alive at all, a position that would afford them considerable influence.
What did you find out about the Norians before the surge?
They seemed a somewhat innocuous guild of specialists, traded under different names even then, making them... But as far as I could tell, they mostly dealt in water.
Dealt, meaning what in this context?
Aqueducts, reservoirs, wells, you name it. If it stored, gathered, extracted, or moved water, they were involved.
That explains the complicated valve I found underground.
Absolutely. They had specialized knowledge, which I assume is why the Enclave contracted them. Gas, such as raw magic, is a fluid after all.
Knowing what we know now, what do we do about Sev?
I believe we can say for sure that he and the Eye are somehow related through this Norian organization. From Sev's visits to the Hold, I imagine they're working together on something, but I'm not sure exactly what else to do with that information.
I gave Sev some help collecting materials. He's definitely working on some kind of project. He asked me to trust him. Maybe it's time to ask for that favor in return.
A good idea. Speak to Sola first, though. I've updated her, and she might have some ideas on how best to confront him.
Thanks for your help, Lane.
It's no trouble at all. This is what I do, and I rather enjoy it.
Love that for them. Part of me wants to make some of these other items.
Sev. What are we going to do with you?
You know him better than me. Can we trust him?
I hope so. But it's pretty obvious Sev is being pressured by the Eye due to their Norian connection. And I do not trust him. Anyway, what did you learn from helping Sev?
He's either constructing or repairing something that requires exotic materials.
As I said, it reminded me of how he fixed the gate in the Hollow. I would wager the Eye heard about our exploits.
Could be.
He's a clever one, our Ram. There's really only one thing for it.
Direct confrontation.
We're going to let him know we care. Then we're going to let him sit with it. Wait for me in the hole. We'll talk to him there. Away from the others. So he doesn't feel like we're ganging up on him.
Wait for Sev and Sola in Cassidon's hold. Yeah, I don't necessarily care for the kinetic sword and shield, but the frostbow could be very useful.
I'm proud of this one.
Can be with Wielder's magic. They also gain the ability to track foes. Cute. I like that. Flame two-hander could also be useful in certain circumstances. Creates a circle of flames. Cute. Okay. Not too worried about our armors at this point.
Perfect pair.
Let's try upgrading the frostbow.
A delicate tool for precision work. Wield it well.
Level 3. Nice. Some upgrades. Change equipment. Walk back to the Frost two-hander. Okay. Alright, let's go to Cassidon's Hold. Turn in some of these quests.
If you're interrupting my petition reading time, I hope you're bringing me some good news.
Nothing but. The way's clear for the scouts to start retrieving those supplies.
Anything to add, Arakim?
I'm shaken to my core by the revelation that one can achieve things without forms signed in triplicate.
Interesting. I won't argue with success, especially when it keeps our people going. Bryn, since you've proven yourself useful, I've considered the ways in which you can assist us further. We'll need Isla's help for this next step, though.
Oh, we're all on a first-name basis with her, are we?
I should hope so, yes.
I actually just finished helping her with something. Shall we go fetch her?
Oh, yes, let's do that.
I need to go make a report to my scouts, but I owe you a drink for sure.
I'll hold you to that.
Please tell me you've got a distraction for me.
Are you all right, Isla?
I'm just, a little tired, is all. Between powering an arc by myself and confronting my father on the same day. Even as a previous High Enchantress, it took a lot out of me. I'm still working my way through it. And I need to figure out an independent power source for the arc. It's too much to think about.
I'm sorry. Should we do this another time?
No. Please. I need distractions. Or I might be tempted to set the hold ablaze.
Fair enough. What have you got for us, Karnatame?
An issue we faced in the early days of their appearance and are now facing once again is the ability of the Surgeborn to navigate the Enclave. Put simply, they are using our Loomgate network to traverse great distances in an instant. We can't let that stand. I'm only familiar with the Loomgate's design through my parents' work on them. But Bryn recently helped us access a supply cache in the Institute, and we found something that could help. A set of schematics for a device to block the Surgeborn from using the Loomgates while keeping them accessible to us.
A way to filter out the Surgeborn without endangering Weavers. It could significantly impact their ability to fight us. How can I help?
Well, they're incomplete, and I was hoping you could tell us what's missing. Here, take a look.
Let's see... A resonance modulator.
Bryn, while she looks over the schematics, do you have any questions?
Why didn't they finish the schematic?
My understanding is that at that time, our bureaucracy was growing to the point of being rather unwieldy. I still grapple with the remnants of that bureaucracy every day, so I can imagine that whoever was working on these schematics, let's just say that they were probably told to submit it to a committee before proceeding with the design.
Even though it was urgent and would have saved hundreds of lives?
For some people, propriety dictates priority. That's my guess, anyway. And, for the record, much of my life's work has been in service of streamlining that kind of bureaucracy. We cannot risk following the same path that led us to ruin.
Where's this device going once we finish building it?
The resonance modulator should connect directly to the harness. You've already been there.
Returning to the scene of the crime. Why there?
The harness acts as a central nexus that controls not just Asylum, but our loom gates and all of the Enclave's transit points. Hence, why you were able to use it to open up the underworks in the first place.
At least I can't unleash the Surgeborn a second time.
Small mercies.
How do we know that this modulator will work?
Whoever designed this clearly knew what they were doing. It's beautiful, elegant work.
I'll say. It feels familiar, almost.
Watch, her dad made it.
I can't quite put my finger on it.
We could check through the rest of the paperwork, see if we can find out who the author is, if you'd like.
Yes. I'd love to.
I've had enough. The sooner we get this modulator built, the sooner we can secure the loom gates. I'm assuming you'll be the one to build this. What do I need to bring you?
To be frank, considering all your Weaver bands achieved since you arrived, it's clear to me that you brought with you an expertise that we did not retain through the dark days of the Surge. With that in mind, I would love to leave this in your Smith's capable hands. She must have had a world-class mentor.
She's primarily self-taught, actually. But I'll pass on the compliment. She'll be thrilled to hear it.
That's astonishing. Let's go through what's needed then. For the body of the device, you'll just need some calm steel. But the rest...
Got
Do you
that.
have any
Got lots of that.
thoughts, Isla?
Yes. Like you said, it's amazingly simple. What's missing from the schematics is the part that allows us to calibrate it. But it's clear in my mind what the finished design should look like. Give me a moment. There. It's like the design itself wanted me or someone to finish it. To calibrate it, we'll need some representative samples of Surgeborn. Let's say husk and huskhound fur. Get plenty of both.
And then I take the finished resonance modulator to the harness.
Exactly.
It should be pretty obvious where to place it, too. You'll know, if you do it right.
Gotcha. Time to hunt a few Surgeborn.
Okay. Love that for me. Oh, you want to talk.
You are the last person I wish to speak to right now.
Then why did you have 3 dots over your head?
What did I ever do to you?
My own flesh and blood isn't speaking to me because of you.
She's not speaking to you because you lied to her.
It was for her protection. Information is power, and I will protect her at all costs. Even from you, if I have to.
And what is that supposed to mean?
It means you will soon learn that we can handle our affairs well enough without your help.
Dun dun dun.
I was curious about that symbol you wear. Kind of looks like a wheel.
It is a water wheel, of sorts.
Some symbol of the Enclave, then?
No, it's not.
And
this conversation is over.
I think we built
The
up a
Axel
few.
mentioned you were asking about my dear friend, Matteo Agretius.
You were close?
Matteo was a great man. In the aftermath of the Surge, he went back for families that couldn't evacuate to Nevron. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago. You were comparing mantles to see if there might be a family relation?
Aurea was hoping he might be her father, but it turns out he's not.
Unfortunate. What an impressive lineage she would have.
Oh my god, there's so many.
I hear you've been accessing our supply caches in the underworks.
Not exactly. I've just been clearing the way for the scouts, as per the Axel's request. She says you've been short on supplies for quite some time.
Then there's no problem at all. Assuming you're telling the truth, that is.
No reason to lie. My band's work with the Axel benefits all of us. She gives us knowledge, and we help out everywhere we can. Win-win.
In time, your true intentions will reveal themselves. And first
He's such a dick.
impressions have not served you well.
Alright, let's confront you about this.
Hello, Sebastian.
Sola. Rin. Hello?
Hey. Listen, we just have something to say. Shh. You're good. Just listen for a second, okay? We know the Eye has you working on some project. We know you two have some kind of connection, and we want you to know it's okay.
We know you're working hard, and both Sola and I know you're hoping to get out of the Enclave. If what you're doing here could help open the veil, then everyone benefits. We get it.
Exactly. Anytime you need to talk, apprentice of mine, you know where we are. And we'll listen.
I don't know what to say.
You'll know when it's time. We'll see you at camp, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Afraid not. Clear the air. Quest complete. Oh, there's another quest here. A matter of export.
Before what happened at the Grand Gate, you said you needed some help. What was it again?
I was hoping you could help me with an investigation.
Can start finishing dinner at 5?
I'm
Sounds
looking
good.
for some missing scries.
We're almost done here too.
Have you lost yours somehow?
No, but I have a lead on a shipment that went missing right around the surge. I was hoping you could ask around the Hearthsider homesteads to see if anyone was working the caravans when the veil went up.
Of course. Come on over. Bring wine. Oh, bring dessert. That's two. What are you bringing? Cake?
Ah, and this is related to Arakim making a mess of our records, I assume.
Yes?
Very well. I will ask around as a favor to you, Bryn.
What's this? Okay. The point we need to force the Ark of the Winter tied into something of a crisis. Shatter the armored chunks of its body. If it's completely unarmored, it will focus on regrowing those larger plates of ice first. Then the locus should be visible. Okay.
2 crates of mantle supplies, 4 sets of Calm steel bearings, 3 sealed vats of darter grease.
Sounds like a wild party you're preparing for.
Not really my scene, Bryn. Do you need something?
I wanted to pick your brains some more, if you've got time.
If I stare at this inventory list for a second longer, I may succumb to madness. Ask away.
How's your relationship with the spindle?
Isla? It's fine. We have a good relationship, I think.
Do you enjoy working with her?
That is irrelevant to the demands of my work, but yes. She is kind and thoughtful and willing to compromise, despite everything.
Everything?
Well, you've met her father. Now imagine if he was your direct superior.
Say no more. Have you thought about what you might do?
I love that we just go in and
once the
cry
surge
with
will be
every
under control?
character.
That's a big assumption. I don't know how things are outside of the Enclave, but in here, we live every day knowing we may not see the next. Doubly so now. Hope for the future is a luxury. We are thin on luxuries here.
Sure. But you have to start planning for the future someday. Would you ever consider running for the Eye's seat?
I would not presume to challenge him for it, even if an election presented the opportunity. If he tripped over his own feet and fell into the ocean, thereby vacating the position, that would be another matter entirely.
So I take it that you're not happy with how the Eye is running things?
It is not my place to question his decisions. He sealed the Surgeborn away, saving us from annihilation.
But he doesn't seem to be happy with you. And you clearly disagree with him on some things. Wouldn't you be a better leader than him?
We have different opinions, but that doesn't mean I aspire to hold his seat. I'm focused on serving the people I represent. That's all.
Well, thanks. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time. There's just so much to learn here.
It's fine. You're refreshingly nosy. Look at me, sounding like Arakim. Perhaps we did need a breath of fresh air in here.
Hey.
Bryn. I haven't known you
Nothing
for
at
long,
all is
but
fine,
I can
too.
tell when someone's about to ask me a frustrating question. Out with it.
You forced my hand, so... What's the deal with you and Isla?
This is a workplace. We're colleagues. We both represent a number of guilds. By the flames, we're known for working well together, as our offices command. That's all. Whatever mind games you're playing,
I see.
won't be part of them. You know, I think you need to spend more time slaying Surgeborn and less time daydreaming.
But in your heart of hearts, theoretically...
This conversation is over.
I see.
Arakim, we will be having a discussion.
Isla, I've loved watching you work on the loom gates with Karnatame.
Oh, yes. These changes will do wonders for the Enclave. We're making a real difference.
Oh, for sure. And the two of you get along really well.
Historically, the enchanters and the crafters haven't always aligned, but we found plenty of common ground.
How about outside of your official duties?
We're totally nosy.
What do you mean?
I guess what I'm asking is, do you spend any time with her outside of work?
I'd never considered it. I tend to keep to myself. Besides, I'm sure she would rather be buried in her pile of requisitions than entertain me.
Isla, word to the wise, no one wants to be buried in requisitions.
Oh my.
Things between my father and I are maybe not improving, but shifting. He apologized for not taking my work seriously, and it seemed genuine this time.
Did he apologize for all the lying?
He's trying to make amends for that, in his own way. He's even brought me onto an enchanting project he's been working on. It's hard. Part of me wants the relationship we used to have back.
You're probably right that you can't go back. But if he loves you enough to atone, maybe there's a path for the two of you.
I know I need to keep my guard up for now. But truthfully, I want that more than anything.
Interesting. Now let's go back to base camp. Interesting. Sola has a quest for us. This is new, I think. Oh, this is just craft. The resonance modulator. Nice.
How are you feeling about our talk with Sev?
Surprisingly good. If there's one thing I know, it's when people are really listening. And that young man knows how to listen. He'll do what's right.
Lovely. Okay, so now we have a main story quest. Use the resonance modulator at the harness near Liminus in Archon's Heath, which I suspect will be a pretty significant story point, given that it's now our only main quest. Although, there's the magical exports.
I think
Lane may have a new quest for us too.
I agree. But good news, Arik. It's likely your caravan didn't leave.
You're sure?
Reasonably. We know which caravan was carrying a sealed case of two scries from the Keep records.
There's no log of it departing, and the logs were quite consistent after the surge.
And the Axel had several older drovers who told stories of caravans that lost control of their beasts in the panic. More than a few, sadly, pitched their entire caravan into the newly formed fissure in the lower city.
The runners would have recovered anything that important years ago were it still by the gate.
Suggesting the scries might have gone over the edge. Bryn, I hate to ask, but
I can take a look. Absolutely.
just be careful. The tangles get thick down there.
Use the, what was it? Locate the lost caravan in the crevasse below Three Sisters in Lower Denevran. Privileged information. New quest?
Ever since we learned of the verdant mines, I haven't been able to stop thinking about them. They were clearly well-resourced in regards to both labor power and knowledge. And they had an extremely intimate knowledge of the Enclave's technology. But do you know who was around to see their rise and fall, but hasn't spoken a word about it?
Cassidon's Hold's biggest ass?
The very same. I just think it's interesting how he's kept quiet about it. Don't you?
I don't expect much from him.
I don't know if he was involved with the events surrounding the Verdant Mine's attempt to take down the Veil, but he certainly bore witness.
So what are you thinking?
I'd like to send you out on a fact-finding mission for now. Meanwhile, I'll pore over my existing research for clues.
Gotcha. I'll be back when I found everything you're after.
Thanks, Bryn. I'll get to work here, too.
New quest. Okay. A couple places in Dredger's Mire. Thank you for the hydrate. Interesting. So we have a couple more side quests. And one significant new main quest. Oh, our boyfriend wants to talk.
Something's been bothering me about the loom gates.
You're going to ask how I got to your camp without connecting you to Cassidon's.
Yes. I've been reconnecting all the gates as I discover them.
We developed a way to move through the gates without a permanent connection. When Asylum activated, it severed every loom gate, cut off the Surgeborn, which gave us a huge edge. But the scouts needed to move around without opening paths for them. So, the High Enchanter did their thing.
Is that why the Hold's still cut off from the other gates?
It took a lot to convince the Council to even allow a connection here. Bryn, have I ever told you you're a genuinely impressive person?
Thanks. What brought that on?
Oria told me the story about you joining the band. Sounds like your last one was awful, but you stuck with it.
In comparison, joining Oria's group was like that first nice day after a brutal winter.
That's probably more relatable if I grew up in a mountain pass, huh?
No feeling like it. Temperatures that would have felt awful in autumn feel like a summer's day. And there's this endless, soft, watery
It's so
trickle
red
of everything melting.
now that the season has changed or whatever.
Sounds incredible. Think you'll go back?
That's an academic question. We've got no way out. But I'd like to stay a while. If things ever calm down. Perhaps explore this place more.
So long as you're sure you'd be happy.
Ooh. I can imagine exploring with him. Yes, I
It's
can.
the Enclave. A whole generation of weavers has wished to be where I am right now. And I happen to know this nice fellow who might be willing to give me a tour. Show me the hotspots.
At your complete service, should the opportunity arise. I'd like that a lot. I'd like that a lot.
Show me the hot spots.
My teams have started to deploy with the recovered gear from the Institute, like a pebble starting a rock slide. Each team's able to clear more, recover more, and with that gear, we send more teams. Only downside is that the Eye's got us on a priority hunt for some really esoteric resources. True to form, he won't tell us why. Just, you'll be informed of the purpose when the time is correct, Arik.
From what I've gathered, your teams were wearing their gear thin. Outfitting them seems more important.
It's bigger than that. There's infrastructure breaking down all around the hold. If the people can't eat, soon enough there won't be anything left to defend. Not that the Eye will care. He'll make sure he has a full plate to the end. Regardless, we'll do the best we can. And thanks to you, we've got a fighting chance now.
Oh my god. He wants to talk to us
Hey,
so
you.
much.
How's my favorite point doing?
Which is fine, because
Really well.
we want to jump
like
in.
always. Thought I'd see how you were holding up.
Your band's doing good work, but the whole hold is buzzing. Lots going on, but it's managed. Forces me to be up all day more often than I should. I should talk to Dharm about that, actually.
Dharm uses some kind of sleep aid. Lane could help you with that.
Oh, are they the secret weapon? I wondered how Dharm does it. I can stay up past noon regularly, but I wear down if I do it too much.
To be fair, I think that's just Dharm. Fueled by his love of enchantment and solar in equal measure. You should talk to Lane. I'd miss you if you were sleeping all day. I think Dharm splits his sleep so he can be up with Sola, and she does something similar. They make it work.
It's not like you have the most regular sleeping schedule yourself.
Are you saying you'd like to stay up to spend time with me too?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I don't know if, like, there's dialogue that can only be accessed through certain dialogue trees, but
I heard you and Sola confronted Sev in the hold. Everything,
it's interesting.
go well?
Sola did most of the talking. Handled it well. And then she used his full name to make her point.
Oh, poor guy. Well, whatever's happening, it's got the Eye excited. He's been moving supplies to the Grand Gate, and Sev's been seen down there too. It's a loom gate large enough for the Great Arcs. I'm still not sure why. He's seconded some enchanters and crafters and sworn them to secrecy. They basically live in a camp down there.
Might be trying to repair it. Sev has a knack for understanding how to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, but why? It bothers me no one seems to know except the Eye.
Alright, finally done chatting. We'll chat more with you later. I can dismantle, I think, my mundane equipment. Like, that stuff isn't serving me at all at this point. Pet the best boy. Alright. Well, let's go here. And let's save. Yeah, we're in Act 5 now. Intertwined. So we're definitely making significant progress. That is going to wrap up today with Eternal Strands. We made a lot of progress. Got a lot of side quests done. Explored 2 new areas. Got 2 new powers. Love all of that.